round of 6 then, and we are in Bucharest. Sebo Campo on pole from Arnett Balnas and Ascari, and it's Yuki Suo, Dan Bogdataro, and David Cameron, the top 6. And it's iWorld, Becky Chantan, Pastor Maldonado, Keith Gabo, Levo, Tabo, Neil Ray, Marcus Nelson, Loris Leclerc, Carlos Sainz, Leo, Jack Sanchez, Theodore Schumacher, Bob, Jacko Tigrano, and MS1 World. From 10 there was 4, the top 6 drivers on the grid, then the top 6 who are eligible for the playoffs. All 5 lights go on. And the Bucharest E3 powered by FCR2024 is green. And that's a very good start from Sebo Campo. And somehow he's on the hard side. Famous Arbor taking the lead in his home E3. It's a win and you're in the round of 6. And Ocampo's dropped from the pole to second. MF1 will 5 seconds for causing a collision, and collisions there probably will be. Suo tries to take second. Suo takes second from Ocampo, who is quickly going backwards. As Akari now up into 3rd position. Ocampo, he might drop to 5th here, as another Romanian driver and David Camno up into 6th. The 2 Andretti cars currently 5th and 6th. With the longest lasting tires of the top 6. But it is Babnas from Suo from Akari, the top 3, with Babnas looking to try and lock himself into a championship 4 seat. As we come through that bank's final turn, and Ocampo is going to go from pole, possibly down to 6th. He is down in 6th now. He's not going to fall any further, thankfully, but also Leo on hards. So, Suo now right on the back of Arnett Balnas here in the Bucharest E3 powered by FCR2024. There will be a download link to this game, FCR2024, in the description for both iOS and Android. I really like the game. I hope you'll like it too. The 0.3 update is set to release before the Austin Grand Prix in real life, as Babnas cuts across that penultimate turn there. 3rd to last, sorry. And I gotta say, that 0.3 update will be worth it. But I suggest that you go and check out the game as it is right now, because it's still very good. Tigranos with a track limits warning. Yuki Suo, he's gonna go down the inside and deny the home driver the race lead. But not for long. Babnas still alongside, retakes the lead of his home race. A race that he is still yet to win in this championship. Babnas is still yet to win the Bucharest E3. As Suo, he's still right on the back of the Hyperdrive number 14 car. And considering how it's going currently, for the win today, and a locked-in seat for the final 4, you gotta say it's gotta be either Babnas or Ocampo your money's gotta be on. Because if it's not on either of them, then, well, who's your money gonna be on? Someone who's not gonna win? Because Suo and Akari, they have quite a lot of pace, still even with the fastest lap. iWorld with a 2nd track limits warning, but there goes Akari, he's gonna send it! There, up into 2nd goes Akari, but he's got a track limits warning too. This track, infamous for its track limit penalties, and can David Camino try and funnel by Yuki Suo? He's right on the back of Akari there, Suo, he's bumping him almost. He's got a better run coming into this next turn, and that is going to be 2nd place for Yuki Suo. He's still there as Akari. He's going to get attack mode coming down the straight, but so will Suo. Babnas is now the man under threat, but Akari could try and dive down. He's not going to do so, because there goes David Camino to 3rd position. Bogdataro, the French number 97, and he's got 5 seconds for a time penalty. You rarely actually see reused car numbers there, a side-by-side goes Akari and Camino. As iWorld currently 7th, third track limits warning. iWorld currently on for one of his best ever finishes in his career, but it will be in the playoffs, and so it won't count. It's still Camino. This is his home event. He really wants to try and get himself onto the podium alongside his more experienced countrymen in Ina Damnes. Seasons 12 and 13 really saw an influx of drivers from the Philippines. Like 5 of them, and 4 of them joined recently, with the only long-standing driver being Taf Sanchez. Geez, the midfield is going crazy. But we're not going to be focusing on that. We're focusing up front, because Yuki Suo, the Japanese number 19, is going to go try and go around the outside. He's got the high line coming through the final turn. We know that's not the line to try and overtake best, especially if it's at the end of the race. Akari pits as Suo takes the lead. Ocampo with his third track limits warning, by the way. Bashi-chan with a 5-second time penalty for 4 track limits evasions. His track limits for Daf Sanchez. Babness re-overtakes the Rodin Toyota of Yuki Suo, who now drops down to 3rd. It's 3rd for Suo. As Camino in the lead. David Camino leads here in his home race in Bucharest. It's a Romanian 1 and 2. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And speaking of Romania, I can't even say he's someone from Romania. Oh, and speaking of Romanian success, FCR2024. Get it now. We are approaching 25,000 downloads as Sebo Ocampo, as he tries to get past his teammate. He's gotten himself another track limits warning. So that strategy he was going to go on is not going to benefit. The top 3 have all come in, but the top 2 are staying out. Where is Akari? He's running the final turn now, so it'll be Camino. Is it Camino? No, it'll be Racing. Babness on pit exit. MF1 World. Or track limits. Camino's still ahead of Babness. Where is Akari as they come out of pit lane? There goes Akari, blasting down the main straight. And it is 3rd place and a net race lead for Akari as they now chase after the 2 Andretti cars, who reportedly are going to have an orange livery for next season. Jaguar as well. They're going to be rebranded to, well, we don't actually have the official confirmation yet on us, but they will be rebranded. That is the news from the Jaguar paddock. More news on Renault's rebrand. They are going to be called Renault Version Racing, or Version Renault Racing. Oh, there goes Akari, and Ocampo is out. Ocampo out with a puncture. Oh, dearie me. And the man who left the round of 10 leading on points is gonna have to leave the first race in the round of 6 with no points. So Ocampo in Abuja is in a must-win situation. He needs to win in Abuja. Bogdasarov is coming to the pits in 3rd. He does have a 5-second time penalty, so it is somewhat inconsequential. But my oh my for Ocampo, just not a good day in the office. iWorld with another track limit penalty. Everyone getting one of these, it seems. But Akari leading the way for Pinnacle Formula E team in their swan song races as Pinnacle Formula E team. They will become Aurelio Pinnacle for next season, as Camino trying to close up to the back of Akari as much as he can. 5-second time penalty for Akari for track limits. Will stay in the top 5. He would get currently in at 4th, but there goes David Camino. Low line for the number 88 as they begin lap 9 of 18. Halfway distance. Camino lunges one more time. Track limits, and he's up ahead. Alongside rather, but through goes Bogdasarov. He has the outside line. It was going to be ahead, but it drops back down to 3rd. He's still there with this 3-way fight for the lead. in which only one of them would hold the lead. So many drivers getting hit with track limits penalties further back down the order. Kamino drops to P3 now. So it's Akari from Bogdasara from Kamino, the top three. But the top two, both with 5-second time penalties for track limits. Kamino, no penalty yet. He could get one. That's very wide. Down the inside goes Kamino, but he's been forced to take a 5-second time penalty for track limits. I cannot believe the absolute hellhole we're seeing here when it comes to the track limits penalties. On to lap 10 of 18 here in Romania, here in Bucharest. Akari from Kamino, from Bogdasara, from Suo, from Pabinas. The top five. Now Kamino right on the back of Akari still. Well, he's going to get ahead. There goes Kamino ahead of Akari. And is there a problem with that Pinnacle car? Because he's just dropped to third again. Would it be a puncture like it was last time out? We hope, of course, not. As finally Leo makes his first and probably only pit stop, considering how long those soft tires are going for drivers like Bogdasarov. Track limits penalty, track limits warning for Daf Sanchez. Suo and Babnas currently look to be fighting for the lead of the race, because there goes Suo to 4th position. He's going to get attack mode here on the top three. They're all dragging themselves down the straight on lap 11 of 18. 7 laps left to run here in Romania. Kamino, from Bogdasarov, from Akari, from Suo, from Babinets, they're all in a train. There's barely a second between Kamino and Babinets. It's 1.3 seconds. The gap back. They are absolutely dominating the C3, are the top five. But still, when it comes to the actual fight for the lead, it's not as dominant as you may think. Bogdasarov is currently leading the way. Bob with a track limits warning and penalty, 5 seconds. You are seeing those come in lap after lap after lap. It's probably going to be very close to the wall for a lot of these drivers coming through that final chicane there. Side by side go Gabo and MF1 World, the 6th position. But Sebo Campo, you gotta say, not the outing he would have wanted to have. He might have just been out of the playoffs with that one performance. Suo with a 3rd track limits warning as he gets ahead of Akari, and Babner seems to follow him through up into 4th. And will it be 3rd? No, he's been passed by Akari with better traction on exit, but he's still trying to follow with these guys. The gap between the clusters here opening up a little bit. MF1 with a 3rd track limit penalty, a warning still. But my goodness me, it's a wonder how we only have 6 drivers unpenalized. My goodness me, Badness on the back of Suo. Leo with a track limits penalty. And still right there on the back, Gabo and Jaclerc both coming in for their 2nd stops. They think that this race is a 2-stopper. Bogdasarov leads the way from Kamino, Suo, and Babness diving into the pits. We're going to watch the Hyperdrive car's big stop. He goes on to softs, which will see him to the end of the race. I expect most drivers to be pitting for soft tires. If they don't, then what are they doing? Kamino now, currently 2nd, but he does have that track limit 5-second time penalty. Suo, if he gets another track limits warning, he'll get penalized as well. There's a very good chance that everyone in the top 5 will get a track limits penalty just because of how strict they are. NF1 lost 15 seconds worth of track limits penalties. Marcus Nelson gets a track limits warning. Keep it down, guys. You're with a 3rd track limits warning as well. My goodness me. Like they forgot how to drive or something, considering how they can't keep themselves to that, well, grey line. It's not even white. The clerk with a 3rd track limits warning. And he's actually still yet to get penalized. As into the pits, coming influx of drivers. That's Kamino and Akari at the top seems. Let's take a look at his pit stop. Offside going on to that red and black Pinnacle car. And it's confirmed that the Oriole Motorsport car will look a lot more like the Woden car, in that it will be more black and white than black and red. Arguably an improvement, arguably a downgrade, we'll only know once we see that thing out on track in Donington Park or the pre-season test. We haven't yet decided who's going to move it. Bauerness, 5 seconds for causing a collision. Taylor Schumacher, 5 seconds for having a time penalty. That is one of the Renaults, and that's Milres, isn't it? To Clerk track limits penalty, Suo is the only man in the top 5 without a 5-second time penalty. Camino has 10 seconds, and he's following, I think, yeah, that's Bob Milres track limits penalty, 15 seconds worth. Lap 15 of 18, Yuki Suo currently leading the C3 technically. Bogdasarov came in on the same lap, so it is Bauerness from Camino, from Bogdasarov, from Akari, 5 seconds for causing a collision, 10-second time penalties. My goodness me, it's very chaotic out here. Suo, 5 seconds for causing a collision, 5-second time penalty for Yuki Suo. Everyone, apart from Revo, has a time penalty. Revo is the cleanest driver out there. And he's been very silent throughout this entire race. That's how you know he was never going to really get penalized. Nothing has happened to Revo. But my goodness me, Gabo track limits penalty, 10-second time penalty for Gabo. The boss's second sector going down at Bauerness, your race leader. Akari, that's a lapped car there, that is a lapped car. 5-second time penalty for Marcus Nelson, track limits, as it has been for basically every driver. But we've got 2 more laps to go. David Cameron, new fast lap of 1, he said 0.1. There goes Akari, second track limits warning as he gets past the lapped car there. Bogdasarov, I believe, should be close to him. I don't think he is. That's Revo behind him, I think. Yeah, Revo, the number 7, letting him through. Being just quite the clean driver, not getting penalized. What wrong has Revo done? Exactly, none. But for Ionett Bauerness, currently, this is an open goal for a race win. Because he's got 5 seconds worth of time penalties. Everyone behind him has time penalties. It'd be 10. It'd be the 10-second one that would be the most detrimental to him. But he doesn't have that. Akari employing Leo there as a little bit of a stopgap. It seems he's got a puncture. Oh no, Leo! Leo once again in his career. He really is not a big fan of Tyre Wolf. Because every time he strapped them on, he's unsure if he's going to get penalised. Oh my goodness me. Got hit up the back. As he now enters the pits, UK Ball also in the pits, comes out of it now. Revo currently 8, still yet to get a time penalty. And on this penultimate lap, there are a lot of dark clouds forming. There is a chance of rain on the last lap, like we saw at the start of season 15 in Shanghai. Akari, 5 seconds for causing a collision. He is going to stay in the top 5, but that's all he's going to get. Top 5 finish is the best the Pinnacle car can do. Because he's got the most seconds worth of time penalties in the top 5. But we're still just looking now. Bauerness rounding out the final turn. Was that a drop of rain? Revo, 5-second time penalty for track limits. I thought he was going to do it cleanly, but on to the final lap we go then. Bauerness, he leads his home race. He's been doing it for a majority of today. Camino second. But I don't think it will be as easy as a 1-2 for the Romanian drivers. It should be a 1-3. Akari currently third and looking to take home a P5 finish due to his 15 seconds worth of time penalties. Bogdasarov should be elevated to a second place finish. Suo should be elevated to a 4th. But out in front, the number 14, His season so far has just been okay. But here at his home race is David Cameron gets the fastest second sector. He's going to come through the final turn as Bogdasarov gets the track limits warning. Through the final turn he goes. Iron Babinus will win the Bucharest E3 powered by FCR 2024. With Camino second on the line, Akari third on the road. My goodness me, so many drivers actually coming across the line there. Yellow flags in the third sector. Milrose 5-second time penalty, and it's his teammate in the wall. That is Bob facing the wrong direction and losing his front wing in that third sector. So many drivers being lapped. That is 6 down to 21st, or at least a lap down. Oh goodness me, you don't see this every day. I hit the wall, didn't he? Yeah, kind of hit the wall at the end. And this is the podium then. Iron Babinus wins his own race from Daniel Bogdasarov and David Camino, the top three. It's been quite the race today. Everyone got a time penalty or two. Then it is Yukituo Akari, the top five, and the playoff eligible drivers. With this being the finishing order for all the other drivers, Sebo Campo did not finish. In the drivers' standings, it is Babinus from Bogdasarov, Camino, Duo, and Akari, with Sebo Campo yet to score. He's going to have to win next time out in the Abuja. But you know what they say, you'll only know next time out. So join us next time out in Abuja, when the playoffs for the Formula E Monopoly Championship's 15th season return.